Oh, yeah, it's been a long day. It's been a long day, and I intended to get so much done. I got some of it done. It's not all of it.
I know the feeling.
Yeah, it's and tomorrow's gonna be the big day. Got a lot of stuff going down tomorrow, so
Lots going on tomorrow.
yeah.
Big announcements, big news. It's the 28th. Oh, yes, it's the 28th.
Yeah, I have to go. I have to go pick up a bunch of books. Make sure they fit in the warehouse.
Yeah.
Garrett says, ready for the knowledge drop. Hey, Garrett, how's it going?
You're going to have somebody there, I hope.
Yeah, I'll probably be there.
Garrett, yes.
So let's see here. I have Eric. Good evening, Eric. It's been
Joe's in the house. Evening all.
Good evening.
Good evening, Eric. Hope you're doing well.
I got only one question. Well, not one question. I got 3 questions in the chat, but one question that's really important that I thought we should base the entire show around.
Is that what you posted on the
That's right.
intro for the show?
That's right, because I got the question and it's from the spouse, kind of blaming us. Yo.
Really?
Yeah.
Are we at fault here?
We're at fault for inspiring these dreams.
Oh no.
Yeah.
We are the dream weavers.
Yeah. Yes. Eric says 5 cons in a row. 1 down, 4 to go. Eric's on the road.
Down.
Not I. I'm at home where it's safe.
I got the price and dimensions today for a back shade. Yeah. Not bad. I was kind of happy. So I also got these made today. Here we go. Mischievous print for the Revolt project. So courtesy of Ms. Daphne Lage.
That's cool.
Yes.
Those look about 8 by 10?
No, they're 6 and something by 10 and a quarter. I think they're just big enough to slide into that comic bag and Gemini mailer.
Okay.
Pretty. Real nice, too. Real happy with the quality. Real good.
That's cool. Now you guys in the back to that so you can sign them.
Of course, it starts out with an incredibly large file. So, yeah. Well, she put her signature at the bottom of them. So.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
Focus, damn you, focus.
Guys, we're good. Oh, go ahead.
No, I said it looks good. That's all.
We're going to roll the intro. We see Pixel Traders in the house, or Agent ABC.
Pixel says looking good, Randy. Thank you. Pixel, yeah, I'm really happy with them. Can't wait for everybody to have them. Anybody that bought into the Revolt book, they are bundled. The comics are bagged and boarded, and the Geminis are here. And just be throwing all that together here the next day or so and getting them out in the mail. I promise. Absolutely. Heading your way.
I'm going to hit the intro, and we're going to jump into it, sir.
You want me to get it?
I got it. Here we go.
The following program contains violence, disturbing imagery, nudity, and, oh my God, why are you even watching this? Just run away. This shit is going to give you nightmares. For real. The program is rated TV MA NSFW OMFG GAF TTV BYGAS. Why are you still here? Seriously, don't watch this. We can't warn you strongly enough. Do you need a doctor of some kind? What is the matter with you?
Hello. It's Tuesday. At me. It's time for Indie Volt Livewire. I'm the founder of Indie Volt Media LLC. That's right. It's me, Varian Grant, the Silver Spoon Coon, the Well-Spoken Token. I don't know what other names I got. Thought of one very funny this afternoon. Now I forgot it.
Just make it up.
Yeah. It's just
Your Lord Reverend.
my Lord Reverend, and all that good stuff. I'm a comic book artist or creator, critic, publisher, gamer, geek, dad, husband, all that good stuff. Reluctant taxpayer, not necessarily in that order. And this is Indie Vote Live. I am joined as always by the beautiful Indie Princess. Hello, ma'am.
Hello, guys. I am your Indie Princess Lola, and I am the EIC over at indievolt.com, and I control the radio for Indievolt. Yeah. Oh, yeah, and I also got a project on Indiegogo. Go check out Lore while you still can. It comes down very soon.
You're going to yank it down.
I am. I'm getting everything ready.
In just a couple of days, right? That's not up there much longer.
No. It was going to be August 1st, but then I just looked at my calendar and realized that's a Sunday, so it's going to be August 2nd.
Oh, okay.
So, very soon.
Very soon. Yep.
The gravy train that is Laurel stopped giving.
It all started with a gravy train.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey, everybody, I'm Randy Zimmerman. I'm a longtime alternative independent comics creator, and I've done just about everything in the direct market that you can imagine for quite a while. I've retailed for over a decade. I've coordinated conventions for over a decade. I've self-published quite a lot, freelanced, bummed all over the place, and know this business pretty well. I think kind of lived and breathed it for quite a while. So I am an everything-er in the direct market. So and now I'm really happy to be resurrecting Arrow Comics once again. Really the first true creator-owned comic company where everybody owned their own stuff. And I'm going to be bringing it back out again. Looking forward to having books in my hands here in just another day or so. So it's all good. Just in time for the back brakes in my car to go out. So fantastic. Ting, all part of the fun.
Yeah, but you know, cars always seem to know, don't they? Like, oh, you got some extra money? No problem.
Yeah.
I'm another rod.
It's like, what's that scraping noise? Okay. That's a
I'm lucky. I'm lucky. I mean, I have little bitty problems here and there, but when there's a problem with my car, it's a big one.
Yeah.
It's the engine's out. Oh, the trans is gone. Oh, it's yeah. Could be problems. If you didn't know, guys, big news coming out of us this week was that we hit 1,000 subscribers. Yay. Now being reviewed by YouTube for monetization. You know, I've talked to some other YouTubers, and one of them told me, he says, I don't really care about the ads. He says, the ads are blah. He says he's lucky if he gets anything off the ads.
Mm-hmm.
What he really prefers, what he said he what is good for him is super chats. And I would think the opposite. I'm like, I don't know if super chats would be like worth it, in the long run. But
it makes YouTube happy when people super chat. They get a third.
Mm-hmm. Give us that money.
So
they claim they give content providers 55% of ad revenue. I don't believe that's true.
I'm willing to find that out.
Yeah, 55%.
Well, we're happily past 1,000, so maybe we'll start getting the respect on YouTube like we get on the Indie Volt Internet Radio, where we have ungodly numbers. What are we starting with today? 60, 70,000?
Don't have them yet. Yeah, a couple minutes. I probably will.
Well, crank that machine up. Get them hamsters on the wheel, dude.
Yeah. Also, Randy, I want to read this question to you. And you tell me what you think. I'll let the Indie Princess go in because she's unfortunately.
We don't want to mention this.
We'll mention that too.
Probably not. We don't want to mention this.
I want to get around to these questions because
we don't want to mention that at all.
They are important. That I've been told that we need to answer more questions that come into our mailbox.
Well, we need to get questions into the mailbox to answer.
Oh yeah, so we got 3 today.
And then we need to get serious questions that aren't from stupid sock accounts.
That'd be nice.
In the mail to answer, or some idiot who isn't serious and wants to just bitch.
This
is a serious one though.
This one is from Nancy, and Nancy says, "My husband has been watching you people for about 7 months now.
You people,
and has started to entertain the silly notion that he now has an opportunity to achieve a childhood dream of being a comic artist. At his age, 64, I hardly see sitting down in the basement for hours at a time. I was at his drawing desk, worth it. He can spend time with his grandchildren, me, in what should be his early retirement years."
I smell jealousy. No?
Okay, here's the thing.
He says, look at that gray-haired old dude. There, I could do that too, right?
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. If you're influenced by us, you poor soul. I'm glad people are drawing. I'm glad people get that comic out of. If you had a comic in you, go ahead and do it. I say that knowing that I probably have to buy it and read it and suffer through it, but do it.
Just want to point out that the business that we're in, the industry that we have, normally, except for the constraints by the mainstream editors thinking that they have to always be young and hip, it's not really a business that you retire from. There have been numerous artists that have passed away at the board or working on very serious projects. And now's the time. If he's got that story in him that's eating to get out, it might be time to let it go, and to get it done. And don't worry, it's not really it is a matter of time, because he's going to be spending time putting it together. But retirement age like that, 64, 65, you start really working about your hobbies, and you're not really that concerned about your work. You should be pretty close to settled down if you've been working for 30, 40 years, unlike us who've been entrepreneuring for almost as long. I'm just going to keep doing it until I can't. That's my rule, and the wife knows it. And I met her while I was retailing, luckily. So she has that understanding. In fact, she keeps yelling at me lately about getting my ass down in the basement and getting to work, because, I have a large, big, I call it the Big Easy chair upstairs. That's a death trap as far as me sitting in and falling asleep real quick. And if I sit in that chair for very long, I'm gone. So that's the chair I sat in while I was studying YouTube to learn about the fun of crowdfunding, and got to know what the modern market was like, because I had spent 10 years doing a newspaper, so a comics paper around town. But that we all have our hobbies, and you can't take a guy's hobby away from him. And in this business, some of the best work, some of the truly classic work that you see out there that stands out, were done by old guys, whether they want to admit it or not. And a lot of these guys, these golden agers and silver agers, grew up in this business and are workhorses. And a lot of them were put out to pasture way too early, by these idiot editors who come in and think that they know better, or that they have to stay young and hip. And all that does is just erode the product down to what you've got today. A bunch of stuff that just sits on shelves and doesn't move very well. So, H.G. Peters, who helped create Wonder Woman, was 61 and he only did Wonder Woman for 4 or 5 years, I believe. But he was 61 when he first started drawing Wonder Woman. Kirby was, and Glenn Fleming might have to correct me, I think he was in his 50s when he did, at least his late 40s when he started the Fantastic Four, and in his 50s when he did New Gods, in his 60s when he started Captain Victory, and started doing independent work. So it's really an art form that knows no real age limit. The only age restrictions are put on it by the corporate. And now that there's crowdfunding, it's an open ball game for anybody. So,
see, I don't know if I would. When I go down and draw, I know I'm gonna be down for a while. I think that the family knows that and they're okay with it. They know that I'm not gonna be around to do some of the smaller little things, and it takes a while. But if he's lived, and he's 64 years old, let him go ahead and have some fun. Let him do it. Now, whether or not there's any real money in to sustain a family, well, he sounds like he's retired. Said it yourself.
64.
So, yeah, sustaining the family at this point shouldn't be a big thing. If you were trying to, I mean, you got to take a lot of work or be involved in so many facets of the industry that you can maybe make it work as a career.
And the cool thing with crowdfunding now is that you can actually make a living. I mean, you might not be able to pay for your health insurance because that's constantly rising, or everything's going up, especially right now. But there are people out there in crowdfunding that are living off of their comic wages. So it's not an impossible goal anymore. Back when in the 80s, 90s, and 2000s, you were in independent and alternative comics because you loved it, because you had the passion for it, and you had this ache to tell stories, or you wanted to print your own stuff. Like we've said in the past, you get that book in your hand, it gets into your blood, and pretty much from your first book on, you know whether or not you're going to do this for the rest of your life. Mm-hmm. And obviously he has that ache. So he needs that. And to take that away from him is really trying to get him to deny a piece of himself.
Yeah.
And it's not like he's some, crackpot sitting there building in a gigantic ark, in his backyard because he got told by a divine voice. So look at how that worked out for Noah. And he was an old man when he did that. So you never know. He could literally reinvent the wheel out of his basement. He could restructure this art form in ways that we're not aware of. And everybody would miss out if he wasn't allowed to do it. Mm-hmm. The cool thing about alternative and independent comics is you get to tell your own story in your own voice. You don't have to worry about using somebody else's IP, or if it's going to sell more Underoos next month or not, or if you're going to be able to make that Netflix deal. You can tell a story. You can say your piece, be done with it. And you get to be my age. Like right now, I've got a bucket list of stuff that I want to do, and I'm not quite 64 yet, but I can see it coming. But I got stuff I want to do. I'm working busier. I'm as busy now as what I was doing the newspaper, and I love it. Keeps me young. So,
yeah. Now, I do have another question here for you guys, and this is interesting because Lola just came out of crowdfunding. Lola, it says here, and this is from Mike. Mike says, do you guys think that it is time to consider other crowdfunding platforms? I'm seeing my numbers decrease across both as I run books at different times of the year. What do you guys think? Should I try to make a move to another platform to enrich the so then he messed up. He said, I guess he's trying to say want to enrich. Yeah, he just started typing zeros and ones. So it looks like binary. So sorry about that, Mike. Your question got cut off. But I guess, should he switch to platforms, different platforms, so that he can see if he can increase financial interest, at least, in his product. You got to stretch out between two. That might be why you're seeing less money, because if you just did it, if you did it, like, say you just ran your campaign only on Kickstarter, well, you might have people like me who says, okay, I'll go over there. I don't care where the books are at. I'll go ahead and back them. But you do have people who are hardline one way or the other. There are people who will not have a book on Kickstarter, people, or they won't back a book on Kickstarter and get Indiegogo and vice versa. But if you do two shows, or if you do two of those crowdfunding campaigns, you might run the risk of, now, okay, I've already got it. I don't need to get it from you again. So that's why you're saying you split your money into a third. You're gonna split your money even further. Randy, whether you gonna go over to Zoop? I mean,
are you asking me, or did you want? I thought you were aiming this at Indie Princess.
Well, I was gonna ask you too, but like I don't know if Zoop is taking like anybody's submitting now.
Soup rhymes with poop. Anyway,
but would you go over there?
Would I?
Yeah.
I would have to see what the offer was. You know, I could be hoarded out. I could be bought. Yeah.
Lola, would you? I know you thought about going over to Kickstarter with your book. Something you still thinking about doing?
See that?
Yeah.
Can I talk on this for just a second?
Sure. Go ahead.
Sorry, and well, stop me if I get too long-winded. But this is part of the stupidity that's going on right now in this industry. You either have to be Kickstarter or you have to be Indiegogo, and you can't be one or the other because Kickstarter represents this stuff and Indiegogo represents that stuff. But there's GoFundMe, there's Lulu, there's Amazon, there is Zoop, I swear there's Zoop out there, and there's going to be more and more crowdfunding opportunities out there. Should you fish around? Absolutely, because you cannot put all of your eggs in one basket and expect that basket to last for very long, because I've seen these platforms go out there and change their rules in a heartbeat. Patreon has done it. YouTube has done it. I'm sure that at the drop of the hat, as soon as they decide the corporate makes more money, Kickstarter and IGG can do it too. And you can't trust one platform out there. You can't, because you're bound to get in that snare because you're a little guy, and the little guys always get shafted. The independent and the alternative guy has to go out there and keep their eyes open and try as many different avenues as they possibly can. And you don't know. You might, like I was saying before with the guy in the guy in the basement, you might be able to go out there and reinvent this entire system with a little bit of creativity and some outside the box thinking. And I think that desperately whoops, sorry. Was that the gavel coming down telling me to shut up?
No.
There needs to be as much exploration out there and as much rule bending as possible, because we're at the point right now with this art form that we can reinvent the wheel or we can dry up and blow away, like they want all of the alternatives to do anyway. And not that the mainstream gives a crap about us anymore, because quite frankly, Disney and AT&T don't give a shit about what they're publishing. Obviously, just look at what they're publishing. But anyway, in my opinion, that they really don't care. They don't care about the retailer. They haven't cared about the retailer in decades, and they need the retailers need to realize that, stand up and start getting creative as well. And I'm sure they are. I mean, the ones that are still around now after all of this crap that's gone through, and the shutdowns and the shut-ups and the jumping and the everything that's switching around. God bless the retailer. For the ones that are still alive out there, they're out there at the front lines struggling. So, yeah. Unlike what Ben thinks, we don't want them to try. We don't want them to go away. They're the backbone of the direct market. So,
yeah. Well, people think that we don't like their publishers, but we do. Or the store owners. Wife that was there. I'm gonna look at the chat real quick. Hold on.
I think Liberty is a direct answer to that. How much we care about the retailer, and they really need to take a look at Liberty and get on board.
Charco says, signs I'm getting old. Hearing the phrase "EG chair" summons me. Yeah. Dominic says, my mentor is 76, painter, still paints like a dream, world-class stuff. He insists the artists don't retire. They just don't. He won't, as I want in my day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the way it works.
Yeah, Pop said, "Hey, yo," he says, "You guys want someone to come on and help live on the show?" No, we're good. We're actually waiting on guests.
Are you calling us boring, Pops? Come
Pixel,
on.
Pixel says, "Let the man have a damn hobby."
Yeah.
Albert Wilson is rooting for you. Pops has the liberty.us website in there. Eric saying he has 8 after those 5. Wow, so you guys doing a lot of shows this year. I'm so busy. So busy, I'm not doing shows. The hell, well, I am doing shows. We got a show coming up August 13th, 14th, 15th, Grand Rapids Comic Con. Indie Vote will be there. I just got my panel list the other day, so. Pixel says, you got 2 primary crowdfunding platforms. If you have enough pull with your audience to drive them anywhere, then go for it. But if you're struggling to pull people in, go where the people are.
You have to, but you also have to go out there and market the shit out of yourself, and try to pull people in no matter what your platform is. And you're always going to have these people go, "You're on Indiegogo. Why are you on Indiegogo?" I had that a couple times on Revolt, and I'm like, well, I like the Indiegogo rules. I like the percentages. I like the readouts. I like the way that they treated me, and that's why I'm at Indiegogo. It's not for any political or reason other than that. I could probably run over and do a Revolt book on Kickstarter too if I wanted to take the time to do it. It just didn't seem like the way to go.
But, it's sad that, you had to go through that, though. Why are you, if your project would have been on Kickstarter, I would have backed it, but instead you had to go Indiegogo. It gets old.
That's incredibly sad. That entire thinking, the whole attitude is off, because we all ought to be out there supporting great comics. Not, you're there, or you're obviously, if you're over there, you're one of them. That's just bullshit. And needs to stop. We need to promote this art form as an art form. Everybody's entitled to be here. Everybody's entitled to their say and to do their own work, and let the market work, and not be in there trying to stick your wick into everybody else's business because you're over there, that means you're an ist or a phobe or whatever. Or you're over there, that means you're some tard or whatever. Who knows? But it's just irritating when you see that. And as somebody who was outside the business for a while and then coming back in, it's totally aggravating to see this kind of shit go on when we ought to be out there promoting great comics by great people, no matter who cares who you voted for. Do a good book, fuck you. Do a good book. Show us with your work. And shut the hell. Then we're in such a social platform anymore where everybody thinks they have to sit there and voice their opinion. It's like that guy, like that progressive guy who's talking about trying to keep their kids from becoming their parents. Nobody needs to know what you think. Everybody just needs to see your work.
But that's also
show how you think in your work.
We become so targeted, or we become like, I know when I get online now, it's okay, I have to watch what I say because this can get me canceled, and I better not say this because that'll get me in trouble. And the problem is, everyone thinks that because they have Twitter and Facebook and status updates, that their opinion matters a lot more than it actually does.
They think it does.
Yeah.
Really, it doesn't. 2 weeks from now, as soon as the next big scandal or attempt to cancel somebody comes up, your previous attempt to cancel whoever else is just something to laugh at or talk about 6 months from now. Hey, remember when they tried to cancel so-and-so? Yeah. Just ridiculous.
Ultimately, though, you need to market yourself or you're dead in the water. This isn't Field of Dreams. Garrett says, any chance anyone will be a really cool con?
I think we need to get to that point, though, Pixel, where it is a field of dreams. I think that if we get past all of this stupid thinking and start promoting good books as opposed to who believes what, maybe it'll change, but I'm an optimist, I guess.
Pixel says that. I had the Indigo collect the funds immediately. That's what I like.
I really like that. And if they have to pull out, let them cancel before the campaign ends. And then after that, you fulfill your campaign, you fulfill your promises to your backers, and then, let it go. You don't have to worry about everything getting pulled at the last minute, or people putting up fake card numbers or whatever, or running their card low so it bounces. Who knows? That's just that. I see that as problematic. That's one of the reasons why I didn't go with Kickstarter.
Matt 6 Bar says the one person talking shit about Kickstarter is someone that had their campaign messed with by the website cough cough Drawbreaker, so there's a personal vendetta. I think that for me, like, I'm okay with either platform. I really am. I bought product on both platforms.
And I want to tell Matt 6 that cough cough, that was 3 years ago, dude. 4 years ago. That's old news. It's time to move on.
I don't know if he's still like, I'm not sure. I haven't watched any videos in a while. I'll be honest with you. I've been
even the person responsible for causing the trouble on Kickstarter is no longer there. And from what I understand, Kickstarter has become a lot more open for the material that they're carrying.
Now, I do like the fact that Kickstarter does. The funny thing is, the thing that I dislike about Kickstarter is also something that I do appreciate. For example, I do like the fact that I can go in there and show, some support to a friend's project.
Yes.
And know, oh, you know what? Yeah, by the time this closes and, this closes on Monday, I've got a payday between here and Monday or whatever. I got some funds coming. I'll be able to cover this, when this closes. That's fine. But there are times where I forget to, like, these campaigns when they're closing, because there's so many, and you try to support so many of them and you forget. And there's one I reached out to the artist because I'm like, dude, I didn't even bother to check my Kickstarter for a week because I just simply forgot. I simply forgot that, they don't hit the money right then. I wish they gave me the option. Hey, you just want to pay now? You just want to pay now and be gone? When we'll return it to you if the campaign doesn't clear, because Indiegogo will do that. If you set it to a fixed goal, a fixed goal when you don't clear, I believe they don't collect any money, or they refund it all.
Yeah.
So it is possible to do it. It's just, and then we've unfortunately.
It's so easy to play with people's campaigns, though, and you have a lot of heartless assholes out there who want to run up, make a big deal, and then right before the campaign's over, yank their support, thinking that they're, gotcha.
Well,
and if that campaign doesn't hit that goal, then nobody, nobody's money gets pulled, and this guy's campaign has failed.
Well, you remember 2 years ago,
campaign has failed.
Is it 2 years ago now? A young man that we know tried that. He put $1,500 in his Kickstarter account. And somehow they caught him, and they said, no, this isn't going to fly. And they gave him his money back, and it dropped right. And it did. It reduced it right out of his account. It was like I've cleared. You remember, Randy? He put up.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we bust down this stretch goal. This is awesome. Everyone's getting this, and now it says that he made very little on that. That book. So.
Well, it's really a flawed system when you take it out, where you have to wait to see if your campaign's successful before you have that money dip out. And I've had charges. Kickstarter has charged me that I have to sit back and go, what the hell was this for?
From a consumer standpoint, I just prefer, I want to pay and know it's paid.
Yeah.
And I don't want to worry about it. Because I'll give you another example I don't like. Everybody knows I order a lot of figures and statues, and sometimes these statues are on pre-order, and sometimes they're on pre-order because, like the comics we're getting, a lot of times they are maybe 6, 7, 8 months out from production, or they're in production, and they got to get a certain amount of them before they can even ship them. Well, they will set the shipping to whatever cost they want. So the shipping is always pending.
Yeah.
And you'll get that, final notice. Oh, here's your bill. And by the way, we this piece is really heavy, so it's gonna be $35 shipping. And what $35 shipping? I didn't budget for that, but
yeah,
I mean, some of these boxes are getting bigger and bigger, and I was showing Indie Princess some of the boxes the guy was getting, and it was ridiculous. I mean, they
yeah.
Yes, in fact, they aren't getting any more careful.
I've seen some unboxing huge boxes for statues. Yeah, really big.
Pixel, I'm sure your boy doesn't care anymore. We got our Drawn Talk in the house. Tyler Carpenter says Indies needs to be on digital crowdfunding, selling their own website, Amazon, all of it. Yeah, I mean, we talked about that, and the link is in the chat too. I think I put the link in the chat, people. But
that's why you need to go out there and explore these different ways of making money, income. You need to keep your options open, because rules change at the drop of a hat, especially with these corporate platforms. If they decide that they can make more money screwing you, that's exactly what they're going to do.
Yeah,
I've seen it happen enough to know.
Yeah. I don't make these, some of these platforms too. We just got Zoop. There's 2 other ones now, I think.
There's going to be a lot of them spring up, and they're welcome to do that. Let's see how the market goes. Build it up. Make all these different choices. I welcome the different, just like if you got, here in the States, we only have 2 main political parties. There's about 10 actual political parties, but there needs to be more out there with a wider variety of choice, just so you're not one or the other. There needs to be watering down there so that you're not polarizing.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big problem. It's been a big problem for the last few years. It needs to stop. There are too many people not thinking out there and using whatever person's on their favorite polarized platform as their mouthpiece. They're telling them how to think. That's not how we should do it. We ought to be out there researching and thinking on our own.
Now, this is interesting because I spoke to another gentleman this weekend, or last weekend, last weekend past, and he told me he has an idea for an app, Randy, where you, as a creator, would get paid per click on your comic, but he's going to supply the ads in your PDF comic, and it's all digital. But people pass by the ad, you'll get like 3 and 4 cents. But you have to upload to his site. Basically, your comics are free, and people are going to read. And so now he did tell me, he says right now, a person could stand to make about 30 to 45 cents per read on his app when he launches it, if he gets approval from Google and Apple to do so. Is that something you guys did you think you like doing? Indie Prince will ask you first. I mean, that's standard typical comic. He said, 32, 35 cents maybe.
I didn't catch the question.
So a guy's made an app, and the app will have you have to upload your comics to his app. It'll break the comics down like page turn, a proximity, on your tablet of a comic book, and it'll be digital. And you'll be able to flip through the digital comic. And
good evening, Russ Leach. It's in the house.
Hey, Russ.
Hey, everyone. I'm up late.
See, we had that before, and I was doing okay on it. It was called Wowio, and they ran little ads on it, and they were really good. I was making some decent bank off of Wowio for a short time. And then Platinum Studios decided to come in and buy them out, and then decide that they had to own everything. It's like, no, that's not how that works. Everybody yanked their stuff off of the platform real quick, and they ended up tanking. But when Wowio was around, there was good money to be had in digital. We were charging a lot per hit. I think you paid a fee, and you were welcome to go through, and it was like you had a little credit card type situation. Every book that you borrowed pinged your amount that was in your account and went to the creator. It was a good platform until Platinum come in and decided that they wanted to take it over, and then that they tried to get everybody to sign on that they owned everything. And it's like, no, not going to happen.
He wants to put ads in there, so as you flip through, you'll be greeted with a ad or video ad, and then
Well, some of that software is pretty cool, where it looks like you're actually turning a comic page.
Yeah. Now, but like you said, you're gonna get about 30, and people can sub to you, but it's free for them to look at. They are paying. You're watching ads in a way, so you're getting some money. But that's 32p. That's 32. I mean, I guess that's okay if your goal is to get read and nothing else, and get a little something from it. Because maybe you could turn those digital sales into, hey, you've read the digital one. Now you really should get the book that includes more. It's kind of like selling these books like the old DVD model. But look at us. But yeah, you've seen the movie, but now we got a ton of extras that you won't get anywhere else. I see Russ is deep in thought. Go ahead, Russ.
Yeah. Wasn't there a guy on? Sorry, I'm crap with names. You know that.
You should probably introduce yourself to the radio audience first. But.
My name's Russ Leach, and I'm very tired. I think it's
2-something in the morning there.
20 to 3 in the morning now. I've just been on with a couple of guys talking about production, and they were very interesting. It's very good. And I thought, oh, you guys are awake. You just like me. So I thought I'd jump in and say hello. I was listening to a very interesting conversation that you were all having. I've been drawing comics since 2010, and you can find out about Only Death Can Save Us, onlydeathcansavus.com. So with Arrow Comics in August. Yeah. That's it. That's all I can bring myself to say at the moment. On the subject, you had a guy on a little while ago who decided he wasn't going to be in Kickstarter and went straight to the digital platform.
Yeah, Tyler Carpenter. Yeah.
Tyler, that's it, Tyler. Now, he has a business model in his head, and his business model does not include making profits in the first couple of years, I suppose, which most businesses don't.
Yeah.
So he's looking at it from the long term.
Yes.
So if he can garner a large audience via that model, then he can come with a traditionally printed product at a later date and make his money, because he'll already have done the production, and it's just about getting people to buy the book, by which time hopefully he'll have a very large audience, and when we say very large, we're not talking hundreds, we're talking thousands, and when you start doing this in crowdfunding work and you have thousands of people that are willing to buy your book, you start making proper profits,
serious money.
So yeah, I mean, there are options to do that. The only downside of that is, so for instance, I've got my book on Indiegogo, or I had my book on Indiegogo. My second book will be on Indiegogo. Maybe I put it on another platform, who knows? But it is serialized with Arrow Comics. Am I then watering down the product by handing it out for free or via ads on another platform? Yeah, I might get other people to look at the product, but I've already set myself down that more traditional path of printing the book before I go anywhere else, and I'd be watering my product down. I'd also be possibly upsetting my current customers, because they'd be saying, "Oh, I paid for this. Why are other people getting it for free?" So I think you have to make the decision prior to producing the work, or at least prior to releasing it, as to which kind of route you're going to go down.
Right.
If you're going to go, this is free, and I'm hoping to get a huge audience and make my money later, great. But if you're going, no, I want to print this, and I want my audience to come from that, and it will be a more select audience, then you can't go around bunging it out for free on an app. So you just have to be. So there was some comments in the chat which were absolutely right. Like, you've got to get on lots of platforms, you've got to get yourself out there, but you do have to be selective about the manner that you do it.
Okay.
I thought that wasn't bad for 2:30 in the morning.
No.
I would.
You're still with us, Varian?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It dropped off while I was
I
talking.
have to lay myself on the sofa and got everything
Uh-oh.
tied up to me. It's
Watch that comfy chair, buddy.
yeah,
It
that's
could
when
be
you
a
guys
death trap.
you guys do this. You guys
Soon. You'll be asleep. Yeah, you start snoring. We don't want you snoring. You're gonna We're already answering questions about why we're so down today. So.
Yeah, this has been my this sofa's been my bed for like the past it's like I don't know. Well, today has been my bed because I woke up in a lot of pain. I'm like, you know what I'm gonna do? I tell you what I do. Both bought me some candy that is it's medicated. Let's say that. Let's leave it there. And I was like, well, I'm in a massive amount of pain. I should be fine with 3.
Wow.
Well, I took 3. And normally I'm like, yeah, that's cool because they're homemade.
Okay.
I sit down. Everything is great until it isn't. About 10 minutes into sitting there, all of a sudden the program I'm watching, which I think is a funny show, became laugh out loud funny.
Mm-hmm.
Everything became funny. And there's some point, Randy, where I'm looking through. I have to keep photos of when my armpits do their thing. I keep photos of it so that I can monitor, show the doctor.
Yeah.
Well, at some point, because of the altering effects of this medication, I am finding faces in the wound pad.
Right. That was probably too much too fast, buddy.
Yeah, and I'm showing them the Lola, and she's like, I don't see anything. And I'm like, bullshit. So I screenshot it, I make it bigger, and I draw the face. And I'm like, look, it's Prince.
Prince is in my armpit.
Yeah.
That's the name of your autobiography right there, buddy.
Prince was in my armpit all along.
Yep.
And I think she had to admit that after I did a little rendering on it, there's definitely a face there. But yeah, let's just say it's been a very weird day for me.
Tyler is in the chat. He says, my goal, by the way, is to grow my audience first and foremost. Mm-hmm. I make books, but I advertise me and find my content, and then I advertise the book.
Right. Yeah.
Sim says, if you still want to put the link in the Indie on IndieCron for sure. What?
Good old Indie.
Still put the link on IndieCron for sure. Yeah.
This is out there. And then everyone's seeing this.
Pixel says, oh.
I know everyone's seeing this, and I don't know everyone's talking about you.
Well, I'll promote it in
look at
via
that.
iNDIE's Twitter then. Yeah.
Lovely.
You see the books. You're seeing them there at the printer.
That's the one you want Russ to see.
Yeah, look at that.
There you go. Pretty.
3,000 copies each. Maybe more than that. I know it's a couple. I know that I'm expecting 27,000
28,000
into that warehouse with a shit ton of them shipping out.
That's a technical term. Shit ton.
Yeah, shit ton.
It is here. Yeah, it's an actual weight. Shit.
Yeah. So really excited about that. I know that a lot of people wrote me to congratulate me, and I really I owe a lot to the people who are.
But that's the idea of a distribution warehouse. It comes in, it goes out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here we go.
It's
I posted the Liberty illustration this morning. That's the one that you see on the back of the printed books here.
Mm-hmm.
That has a collage of us running of IPs running towards the reader. It's gonna be fun. I can't wait to see these books, man. It's gonna be incredible. All of them are gonna look awesome. I know they are.
Yes,
and yeah, they're on the way, and I'll get an email when I need to get my tail to the warehouse to let them in.
Excellent.
I'll get a phone call actually.
I see that Indie Vault got 1,000 subscribers.
We did 1,000 subscribers. Thank you guys. And we're not resting on our laurels because look, after we did that, we had we asked people to help us pick our trophy design out.
Nice.
The winner so far. Well, the C. Don't get me wrong, guys. I was leaning towards C anyway, but people came in. They were like, "Hey, I think C is what I'd want."
Yeah, C is the coolest.
Yeah.
C looks good. I like C.
There was some concern if it would be, hard to ship, but the folks who won't make it to the show but do win. And it shouldn't be hard to ship. We'll make sure we take good care of it.
And about how tall are they going to be? About 7-8 inches tall?
Yeah, looking about 7-8 inches.
Nice.
Yeah. No cheap glowing effects. I thought about it.
7 inches, yeah, would be good.
Yeah. Now, I don't have a video for it, guys, but I want to let you folks know, accepting our invitation to join Randy in the Hall of Fame for 2021. It's Randy Zimmerman, it's Bob Corby, and now, ladies and gentlemen, it is one Mr. Hart Fisher.
Cool.
Who will be coming to the show.
Sweet.
Nice.
Yes. He's coming to the show. I'm gonna have the center stand be on standby. We're giving Hart a live mic. No, he'll be fine.
I do think so. Yes.
I love my Indie Vote Award. I think I'm gonna add lights to it.
There you go. Yep.
Track. I know some more Lake Minnetonka. Yeah, Lake Minnetonka. Had to cleanse yourself in the waters, Lake Minnetonka. I'll show you guys the art later. It actually is pretty sweet. If I was that skilled, not high, I might be kind of dangerous.
Jake says 7 inches. Darn, that would make a good prop for a grip picture between the legs. Speak for yourself, Jake.
I didn't want to hear that.
Nita says, "Oh shit, you done lost your mind."
Yeah. So, I guess, Randy, I did want to ask you something. Miss Lola has me doing.
You're under hard medication, so this better not be porn.
Yeah, she had me stuffing bags the other day, putting bags and boards and stickers.
Yeah.
And for her book for lore.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't paid. I was yelled at. I was told, "Where are you going? Come back here, stuff these bags, put those stickers in."
Is this the gummies talking?
No,
that's abuse.
Yeah. I've never made her stuff bags like that. No.
I had my daughter come over and bag and board a bunch of comics for me a couple days ago. She was happy to do it. She posted that on Facebook. Some girls come out and help their dads while they're working on their car. I'm bagging and boarding books.
How long did you guys?
For a campaign, yeah. A couple hours. It didn't take long. It wasn't a big campaign. I'm ecstatic over the book. Don't get me wrong, but there's not going to be a whole lot of them out there. And the ones that have seen it have really loved it, which is really cool. So it's a great book. It's a big, thick book.
That's a thick book. That's a nice spine.
It's got a weird cover on it, though.
Yeah, I did that.
Yeah.
It's got a nice fat spine. Look at that.
It does.
Yeah.
You compare it to other books.
My book's not fat. It's just a big bone.
Look at that.
It makes other books look kind of thin.
Yeah, it does.
But it's in black and white, and other books are.
There you go.
Yep. And in a couple days, that Only Death Can Save Us comic will be available over at Liberty
and elsewhere.
There's a catalog. There's a catalog coming.
Get that book.
It's there in that catalog. I've seen it. So Anita says Sucker's going to be one hell of a collector's item. That's the idea. We're just going to quietly do it, get it out there, let folks see some of the talent that we have here on the radio program, and go from there. Jake's in it. Jake says high grade big boned books. Yeah,
Nice.
there we go.
Nice sideburns.
Jake's in it.
Everyone's in it.
C. Michael's in it. There's a list of people.
Everyone in it. Russ is
And I even snuck a couple stories in myself. So there's a lot of everything in it, except for some reason, no Variant Grant in the book. But we have the Indie Volt name there. So it's all good.
What madness is this?
What madness. Varian, are you still with us?
Yeah, I am. I was responding to.
I know if I had the medication that you took, I'd be drooling out the side of my mouth and unable to speak for about a day. So,
well, yeah. The funny thing about that is that I'll go in a place.
There's Russ finishing off his alcohol. Jim, yes. Go ahead.
Like if I lay down, like I remember I had a friend in high school, and the guy.
It's all gone.
It's gone, Russ. Give it up.
Don't lick the hole.
Don't lick the hole.
Don't, young lady. Don't.
Welcome to Geekgasm.
This guy used to smoke so much, herb that he would come to school like this, pissed out of his mind. Well, I never understood. Like he would get really mad at the teachers and other students for blowing his buzz. Like, man, come the fuck on, man. I want to roll a fucking good buzz for you. You're stressing me the fuck out, man. Get the fuck away from me, man. And I used to think, like, how silly. Why is he like that? Can't take a little bit of, and now I understand.
Russ, dude, it's gone, man.
It's gone.
I understand when there's stuff going on in the household and they're like, hey, we're going to come. Let's go tell Varian about it. No, Varian is unbothered. I'm just laying there happily dying. Like,
I think Russ had to step out for a second.
I can feel every heartbeat.
Oh, there we go. Refill. It's not really drinking unless you get it by the case.
I got a bigger bowl.
Trico says, don't lick the hole. Said no good ever. No girl ever. By the way. Don't lick the hole. Well, Nita just said it right up where? No. Nita did say, see Michael Lanning. That dude is hoeing himself out everywhere.
Yes.
That's true.
That's true.
That's true.
Just wait until September. Nah. Can't wait for you to see this stuff. I'm just itching. Russ, this isn't backer shots.
No, I don't need backer shots.
But it should be. Yeah.
I do this all the time. I'm going to have to go to bed soon or I won't be able to train tomorrow.
Understand, Russ. You need to go. It's almost 3 a.m. where you're at.
Yeah. I was supposed to be a bit an hour ago. But
do the pubs close over there about 2 or are they open 24?
Oh, no, some of them do. Some of them don't. You do have the options for all night opening licenses, but
oh, really?
Cool. Most local pubs out in the sticks would be shut about 11:15.
Oh, okay.
So
right before midnight. They'll have sense and go home and sleep by
oh yeah. Oh, you get a lock in. Sometimes you get a lock in.
Oh, where they lock the doors and everybody just sits there and drinks. Yeah.
Depends what pub you're in.
Understood. Yep. And the crowd, I'm sure.
And the crowd, yeah.
We're staying and drinking. Lock it up. Yeah.
Yep.
That doesn't happen around here.
Yeah, not on a school night.
Especially not on a school night. All right, Russ.
Okie doke. Aside, pop in, say hello, say congratulations on the 1,000, and I'm desperately looking forward to seeing that book printed. So, cheerio, everybody. Have
hey,
fun.
we want to do a special Sunday morning on the books. Hopefully, we'll get some copies that we can show on the air
Yeah. Okay.
for those. And do an Arrow special, and JD's talking about doing one in the evening as well.
Oh, nice. Is that this Sunday?
Yes, this Sunday.
Yeah. Just shoot me the link.
Okay, fantastic. Well,
All right.
All right.
Okay, guys.
And then
See ya.
I'll remind you tomorrow too, because you probably won't even remember this conversation.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, okay.
See you, everybody.
Good night, Russ Leach.
Night.
Take care.
See you guys. Bye.
All right. Take care, brother. How's Russ Leach, everyone? Stepping out. Should we send links out, or are we just going to
I can put, you can
Grant.
put a link in the chat if anyone wants to pop in and say hi.
Do we trust the chat?
Yeah, why not? That's how you make friends on this show.
Famous last word.
Yeah. That one guy got up and showed his jump.
There we go, folks. There's the link.
That's
Come
happened on PlayStation Live more times than I care to admit.
Don't forget, I've got the power to remove you at any time.
Yeah, I don't. I'm guys. You know, I am
Varian's drooling on the couch.
That's right. I'm like comic books. I be talking about them.
Nita says no. Never trust the chat. It's too late. We're here, and so is Jake. Jake
That was
Twister.
an unwise decision.
Jake, how you doing? For late night. This is early morning for you.
It's about 4 a.m.
Introduce yourself to the radio audience, will you?
My name is Jake Twister. I'm a comics creator, comics entrepreneur, something comics. It's just like it's a bunch of everything. Media theorist, comic studies guy, you name it. Located in Norway. I'm on Twitter, J Twister, with a V, not W.
Great. So at 4 a.m, what are you doing other than talking on the podcast?
I was about to go to bed, but I was waiting to take my medication, and I suddenly forgot, hey, there's LiveWire, and it's prepared. It's apparently more like a dead air wire, but
Oh, are you being critical?
Yeah, I'm being critical.
Just kidding.
Oh my god. Years of therapy gone down to the shitter. Oh my god.
Well, just Varian's a little drugged today, and we're all low key tonight, and we're not quite drinking like Russ was. So.
Oh, I was about to drink a little bit, but the medication.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do it right now. The pills and alcohol they don't dance together as well.
Nor should you try to get them to dance.
Make me.
There's
Don't give me a challenge. Yeah. Okay.
There's going to be a walkout tomorrow, guys.
Walkout.
Yeah, there's gonna be a walkout. There's gonna be a lot of men, geeks, including myself, probably online.
Blizzard.
Yeah, Blizzard is their workers are
The next 5 episodes of He-Man coming out, or what?
no Blizzard.
She-Man. What?
Nope.
One of the largest game developers. They're doing a walkout. Building like a $2 billion company, and the employees aren't happy.
That's a whole different gate, isn't it?
So the state of California. The state of California has run a lawsuit against Activision Blizzard, and they were not too happy with the frat culture or the fraternity culture that they've cultivated over the years. And so they didn't want to, and there was like a proper investigation by the state level. So it's very official. There's like court documents and everything breaking it down. And it was just like an unwheeling of like the whole charade that essentially happened, like cube crawls and stuff, sending pictures of dead co-workers, private parts and all that stuff between people. It was just a giant clusterfuck.
A true frat boy mentality, huh?
Oh, it's even worse than that. I would say that this is going like a step beyond. But now that we've added another metric to the whole level of degeneracy, that we could put a new category into it. I'm feeling pleasant that we know that there's further down the barrel the goal.
That's probably
Other than
a good
that,
thing.
People are just canceling.
Yeah, it's probably a good thing there wasn't social platforms back in the 80s, especially in independent comics.
Well,
because that was very much like a frat boy mentality back then.
Well, now they tried to like stifle all the criticism that they've been receiving for the past like half decade now. But now it's just like bursted. Now everybody's canceling subscriptions of games and stuff. Like it's been evident in the lack of the quality in their products, especially when it comes to World of Warcraft. But it's very sad that it that the level of standards are so low that it reflects on the product themselves, and especially with the communication with the fan base, which evidently should not be messed with, because now everyone is seeing them for who they are, Chinese cocksuckers. Sadly, but we can't talk smack about Tencent, the company owning stakes at them. So we're going to talk directly to them. Not that I'm a big Blizzard fan. I've never been a fan of the company, nor have I been involved with the games either, because I found them time consuming, and I could better spend them on doing comics.
Me too. The only gaming system we have in the house is a Wii, and that's so the wife can do her exercises.
Oh, so. I was about to guess a Sega Saturn or something older, but okay.
Well, I do have an original Atari, but it's in a box in the closet. So.
Oh yeah,
with a couple of joysticks and yeah.
Nice.
No ET game though.
We got a little too we got a little too many here. I mean, there's
all over the house.
Everything's here.
Everything's there.
Yeah, as
garage sale at Varian's house. Yeah.
PlayStations up to wazoo. Yeah. You know, my PS5 is sitting here right next to me. Untouched still. I mean, I've played it, but not as much as I thought I would. You know.
It's a North American regional, right?
Yeah. Versus how I rushed out to get it. You would have thought that I was gonna, play it a lot more, but
Nita says that first Diablo was pretty cool. The rest, not so much.
Yeah, they'd be probably silently dropping a Diablo 4 announcement or some shit like that just to create smokes and mirrors. But I think people are smartening up to see through the veneer of the whole bullshit now. Because this is sort of like a no Nintendo tactic, where they announce like products whenever there's going to be like some sort of like upheaval because of a bad practice, like eliminating emulation games online, and then all of a sudden they drop an announcement of like Smash players or like Smash characters for that one game, and now everybody's just like, we totally forgot about it because we got keys dangling in front of our faces.
The old bait and switch. Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Heck yeah. Come on in, everybody. We see you out there. You're in the chat. We sent the link.
Come on, people.
If you think we're low energy today, Pops, get in here and brighten things up, I guess. Come on in. That's an open invitation there in the chat if you want to come in and talk. We've got we're just rounding the hour here on LiveWire show for the 27th of July, 2021. And Varian is medicated and probably falling asleep as we speak.
We are lounging.
Lounging. Varian is lounging.
Yeah, well, I'm here somewhat. I'm here. I can.
So, what campaigns you got rolling right now, Jake?
Currently, I'm rolling on Twisted Fairy Tales on Indiegogo, and we are, I think, 4 or 3 days left before we're closing. We're going to close the 31st of July, so you only got a few days left before we come back to the campaign, and it will just end. And never be seen again. We do not plan for reprints on that run.
Now you're somebody. You're someone that runs a campaign, or at least an offering, off of a normal, or not normal, but off of what is usually looked at as a regular platform. You've got a product available over on Lulu, don't you?
Mm-hmm. I do. I got a secondary product. I am too far removed from this screen right now, so I cannot pull links and show screens.
Sure.
But if you are interested in reading order comics straight away, look up 9-Volt Anthology, and we are currently running up for volume 4, which will be the prompt is manga, so we will do like a flipped manga, like the Western reading order of like a manga.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll be featuring a Detective Ted Tired story. And if you were following the adventure in the Indie Vault Revolt, you'll see a 1 out of a 2-part story. It'll be 6 pages long, and it's more stylized after the Japanese tradition of gekiga, dramatic pictures, instead of regular manga. And it will be a little bit more adult-ish in atmosphere. So if you're interested, look out for 9-Volt manga anthology coming very soon. We're just wrapping up the binding right now and the reformatting. We're arranged by Peter Seckler, Imperium Bowl, frequent viewer, and working on HeroBot Zero, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Ooh.
In fact, he'll be in issue 2 and 3 of HeroBot Zero. So he's currently finishing up a story for issue 2 right now.
Nice.
Yeah,
I've seen a couple of the sketches that he's doing. There's like this stag beetle type of like dude with a trident.
Yeah, actually, he was supposed to be a lot smaller and stubbier, but the way Pete draws him is awesome. So it's like, well, I'm not going to give him any kind of, hey, you need to go back to a style guide or anything like that. It's like, yeah, this all looks cool. Go. And I gave him a bare bones story. I think that was only 5 pages, and asked him to stretch it out to 16 pages. And I figured there'd just be more robot fight. And Pete comes back and gives me this deep plot and this roving, this great subplot and all this other stuff to play with. And I'm like, yeah, go, do it,
Yeah.
So I told him not to go any longer than 16. And if it's shorter than that, that's cool. We'll figure out something else to fill the issue up. And he went right to 16. So I can't, no complaints at all. Really looking forward to seeing it. I'm just super excited about it. So
yeah, he's really taking up the he's really picking up the pacing when it comes to his works, and it shows of his progress. And he's been attending the Kubert School lessons online, so he's putting that to good use.
Yes, he
I
is.
would say. But one of the creators to look out for, who is fortunate to catch this episode, is Sideburns. That is a workhorse. That is not talked enough. That guy pumps out 50 pages in less than 2 months.
Wow. That's cool.
And
what kind of style does he draw in?
It's a little bit of a fusion, I would say. A little bit manga, a little bit American comics, and he's very inspired by video games, especially Crash Bandicoot and such. And he definitely puts a lot of gestural energy into it. It's crazy. I mean,
cool.
It looks very. It looks very janky, but it works. It has its own charm, and I definitely recommend Sideburns' comics. If you were to like pick up the 9-Volt anthology, you will get to see a taste of what he has produced. And if you like what you see there, he's got a webtoon series called Chad Chihuahua on Webtoons.
Chan Chihuahua?
No, Chad Chihuahua.
Okay.
We'll never pronounce it. Not for our lazy American tongues. We're like, yeah, I look up Chad Chihuahua. Not a problem.
Yeah, Sideburns is an Australian, so you're not gonna have like an American reading experience. You got to read it upside down to fully embrace the madness.
Oh no!
Oh no!
So, Varian, you're in a fit position right now because you can just turn around and just lay down on the floor with your torso and start reading.
Yeah,
I would say it's prime reading position.
Yeah, I'm terrified to read comics in this state. Like, I don't know where my mind will go.
A little more reason to read them, buddy. Let that mind wander.
Yeah.
Maybe not while you're on the air, but yeah. Nita's punking out for the night. Says, feel better, V. Good night, everyone.
Sleep tight, sleep tight. And I'll be
way too early.
I'll be appearing on the Raging with the Asian and the Cajun in a couple of days.
Cool. Talking about the Twisted Fairy Tales?
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
And showing a little bit of the material from the 9-volt as well.
Sweet. I look forward to seeing that. So it'll be good. Come on in, everybody. We see you out there. You're still there. Thankfully, you're still listening. I don't know what our radio numbers are because Varian probably can't see his gauge from where he's laying down at. But,
1 second. I won't be able to.
I don't want to make you get up, buddy. It's not that important.
I
mean, we love our radio audience. Don't get me wrong, but the exact number doesn't matter at this point. We love each and every
89.
89,000 out there listening.
Thank you, guys. They listen to me no matter what I tell them. They listen.
There you go. Come on in, folks. The chat's open. Let's go. The link's in the chat. Come on in.
Oh goodness, and we have.
This is what we get. Varian was not feeling well today, and we've been busy as all get out trying to get all of this stuff together. We didn't have time to schedule a few guests. So if you're out there listening and you've got a campaign that you want to talk about, the link is in the chat. So jump in.
Yeah.
Keep Varian from falling asleep.
Yeah. I won't fall asleep. Yeah, well.
Snoozing away.
I try to. I tried to have a good. Actually, I was asleep for a while, and then with this medicine, it's like, nah, you're gonna lay down all day. Don't know what this is about. I don't know why. Don't know what it had. I know what it had in it. Usually, I'd be fine by now. No. This has me. Yeah, quite bothered. Feel better. Good night, everyone. Good night, Nita. Give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back.
All right, buddy. Well, like I said, if I had taken the amount that you've taken, I'd be drooling for a couple days. So,
what is exactly the drug?
Oh, he's on 3 gummies.
I don't know what that is. I assume I assume it's host tranquilizers.
No, it's not. It's a THC, marijuana.
The best.
Little CBD, a little natural numbness is all. There's Pops. Pops about ready to come in with the madness.
So
I see him out there. He says 1 minute. He'll be back in. He's coming. He's in the green room now. Wants to talk about the crime con. Here he comes. He's getting ready. He says, bring it. I think he said, bring it. He's in the green room. He's shaking his head. He doesn't like the Cheetos. Pretty sure. Walking in now is Pops Van Zandt. How you doing, buddy?
I'm good. How you guys doing?
Well, you've been watching the show. Everybody tells us we're all low key today. We've all been busy. We've been working on this, buddy. We've been working on that.
I know. I've been telling people, bro. Liberty distribution is always on the tip of Pop's tongue when I'm talking to people that do
stuff. We got that rolling. We've been pitching the back cover here. It's got this collage picture of a group of the characters running at you. That's been a lot of fun. That's been online today. Luke posted it. I posted it, talking about Liberty, trying to get people excited about getting up on board because August is a couple days away. So
really.
And all these books are going to be available for these retailers to pick up at their leisure. But despite the fact that it looks like there's a lot here, the numbers will be limited. So, and the way Liberty works is a retailer catches the catalog or catches the book online. They order it, they pay for it. Liberty sticks it in a box and sends it to them right there. And then they have it however far away they are from the Liberty warehouse. They get it in a day or so. They can put it right on their shelf and sell the thing.
Hey,
so you don't have to worry about the green section or you're ordering 3 months in advance or worried about whether the book's actually going to come out if the purchase order wasn't big enough. Or that same thing with the publishers. They don't have to worry about trying to squeeze that PO out of Diamond either to see if they're actually going to carry the damn book.
Something
So
else,
I always-
I'm pretty sure. Something
Yeah,
else, I'm pretty sure they're going to be able to not have to worry about.
Break
That's
the
their
minimum.
incentives being bent all up underneath the rest of the books.
Well, yeah, that too. But everything comes safely shipped, bagged and boarded. So yeah, that's Liberty Distribution. If there's a retailer out there that's interested, ledg.us. Now's the time to sign up because it's only going to go up from here. And it's a company that's really depending upon retailer support. I've talked to a couple of retailers, and their biggest complaint is, oh, no, we don't want to have to pick up another distributor. Well, it's not like you're picking up another distributor. You're picking up some guaranteed opportunity for sales when you're picking up Liberty, because you order it, you get it. You don't order it, have to wait 3 months, have to worry about how your budget's going to run, whether or not you're going to get slammed at the end of the month with a light bill and, you know, having to afford all your overhead and have to pay for that diamond bill, or you don't get the books the next week.
And, and that other thing, that the ones that they make you take to get the ones you want.
Well, not just that, but the overship that suddenly comes out of nowhere with the extra shipping fees. That's crazy. How can a retailer do that anymore? You can't, especially now that shipping's so expensive. Yeah, and who wants to run through 50 copies of Iceman when they only wanted 5, you know?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. When you get a pile of books you didn't want, now you're stuck with, at least with Liberty, if they don't sell, you can send them back. Get something else.
Well, you order 5, you get 5. You put 5 on your shelf and you see if you can sell them. If you only sell 3 and you got 2 left over, you don't want to long box them. You just send them back in and trade them in for other stuff.
And
would this be?
Go ahead.
Would this be in fighting terms? The big industry going for wrestling moves while Liberty goes for love taps.
This is Liberty trying to get product out to the retailer so that they have something they can make money on.
Yeah, so that they don't suffer as bad with a bad ache and all that stuff, because all of these heel kick things and drills and all that shit.
And with the way everything's going, with the way these streaming services are working and all of this other outside platforming that's happening, you never know where some of these IPs are going to end up. So,
and like I was going to say, most of these retailers, they know their customers.
Yeah.
They're going to look at your list. They're going to say, yeah, my customers might like this one. They might like this one. They might like this one. And they're only going to have to order as many of each of those as they want to order.
Yep.
They're not going to get stuck with a pile of stuff that they didn't order. And I know Randy and Varian and Lola and everything they've ever shipped me has arrived in excellent condition. So I'm just going to assume they're going to take care of everybody else that way.
They have Liberty boxes. They have Liberty boards as well, so that all the retailer has to do is look at a bagged and board book that's on the shelf. If it's been there for too long in their mind, and turn the book over, and if there's a Liberty board on the back of it, they could probably trade that in for another book that they know will sell, or that they have a customer they know they have a guaranteed sale for. And they order it on Monday, it ships out. However long it takes you to get a box from the Midwest, that's how long it's going to take you before you have that book on a retailer's shelf. So it's going to be good. Yep. I can't wait to see this work. Varian's been spending years doing research and looking at retailers and how the system works. And, in my experience in retailing, if I had a shop, I'd be signing up with these guys and taking a look at the product, because he's signing on new product every month. Yep. So there's the selection's just going to get bigger. The variety gets bigger with the selection, and the opportunities for sales just grow. So, and it's not something that you don't have to do minimums. You don't have to stick there with a certain dollar amount in order to hit a certain discount. The publishers or the printers set their own discounts. The retailers see what the discount is off the cover price right there when they order the book, so they know, this book, and all of the Liberty stuff is half off, so it's 50% cover. No other if, ands, or no added fees, no little sneakies in here or nothing. It's just half off.
Randy, you know what my favorite part of this has been? Since Varian got serious, okay, and let us know this is really going down, warehouse, forklift, we're doing this, we're doing that. As soon as he did that, it's like I haven't had to go out and promote liberty. It just like keeps finding its way into the conversation.
Yeah, well,
You know what I mean, it's just like every conversation I get in, I end up being able to tell somebody about liberty.
Yeah.
But I'm not having to go out and like scream about it. It's like everybody's getting the message anyway, just through the regular conversations on Twitter, on Facebook. You know, having a good time playing with this one. Can't wait to see people showing off them Liberty boxes.
No, there's product available now. There's product available here in a couple of days. That'll be available for the retailers. Great, some really great books. And then in September, you're going to get a whole nother set of books, at least. And that doesn't count the other publishers that'll be coming on board as we go along. So.
And look, to me, 14 already, it's huge.
Yeah.
It's just the beginning.
Just starting.
I'm telling people about you guys every day. Look, you want to get in the stores? Talk to Barry, talk to Randy, talk to Lola, talk to somebody over there. And Justin, I was talking to the other day, he said he was having a hard time getting a hold of you guys through the website. I was like, hold on, I got this. Varian, talk to dude.
Well, Varian hasn't been feeling well.
Oh, I know.
And he's had server problems too, where there's been some glitches going on, but that you're going to get that with any company as they're starting to spread out and make a foundation, and you know you got to start somewhere, and you're going to run into those glitches as you're growing. That's just going to happen. Yeah. So there's going to be if you don't get an immediate response from Varian, stay on it.
I'm not going to let that get in the way. I'm going to make the connection regardless. It's like, oh, you got a problem getting a hold? Oh, I'll hook you up with any of them. Which one you want to talk to?
Well, we'll be at Grand Rapids Con with Mark Hodges was in the chat not too long ago, and we're grateful he's there. And we're looking forward to Grand Rapids Con and broadcasting from there. It's going to be fun. And then we'll have, we'll see you there, Pops.
Yes, I finally get to meet you guys.
See us, well, you probably saw us in person at one point or another. You've been doing shows before.
Oh, well, yeah, but I don't think you guys got out to Phoenix much. And I was out there.
Probably not.
I mean, I was out there most of my life. I just moved up here, when the grandkids started appearing, then I had to come up here and be where they were at.
I hear you.
I knew my son wasn't bringing them out where I was at, so
You're not coming to me, I'm coming to you. Yeah,
I'm gonna hang out with the grandkids.
Yeah, Mark says he's still there, just writing checks to artists right now. There you go, bing bing. And here. Thanks.
Here you go.
Grateful for Grand Rapids Con. Looking forward to that in a couple of weeks. I just got the dimensions for my my blinder, my shade today for behind the desk. So looking forward to that. Get that rolling, get that in. So and be doing conventions again. The wife goes, you don't really have to do them if you don't want to. I'm not going to be mad if you don't go out and do shows. No.
Randy's
and
like, I can't wait. What are you talking about?
Gotta go. We gotta go. Yep. Come the end of August, we gotta go. It's just going to get bigger and bigger. And then September, I got 2 books coming out I got HeroBot Zero coming out now. That's going to be available here in a day or so. That I'm really up on, and we're working on that on production. But it's bi-monthly. It's bi-monthly for a reason, because I got 2 more bi-monthlies I'm doing in September that I'm really excited about. Completely different types of books that I can't wait for folks to see.
That was one thing I was going to ask you. Every time I try to look up Arrow 4.0, like so I can drop the link in the chat, it doesn't come up, man. Every other Arrow in life is on that list.
Arrow 4.0 is on Facebook. Friends of Arrow 4.0 is on Facebook. Arrow 4.0 is on Twitter and Instagram. We have a link tree over there.
All right, Facebook.
So it's out there. You just have to look for it a little bit. It'll be easier to find the bigger we get, and the larger crowd that we gather. And Nita and Meredith are really running the link tree and the Twitter and Instagram for me, so they're doing their best to get that out there.
There it is. Thanks, Jay.
There it is. Right there.
That's what I was trying to do. See, I was trying to do that when I was watching, and I was like, I can't find it. God damn it!
We are now joined by Mr. JD Calderon.
What's
JD,
up, people? Sorry I'm so late, but that old job it keeps me keeping. What's up, Mr. Pops? What's up, Jake?
How you doing?
What's up, man?
Mark says, I'm planning 2 booths for you guys in November, one for Indie Volt and the other for Aero Comics 4.0.
Nice.
So we will be there.
Sweet.
Looking forward to it. And it's probably going to be more of a Liberty booth as well. We'll probably have Liberty spread between the two of us. So a little bit of Aero, a little bit of Liberty, a little bit of Indie Volt. So it'll be fun. We'll all be there and I'll be watching the booth, right, Lola? Indie Princess? Right? No? She says, no, not me.
She knows how I am with booths. I'm like, yeah, I'll be back in like 20 minutes.
They're gone for 3 hours. Yeah.
Come back with a handful of stuff.
Yep.
Look what I bought.
So what did I miss? What's going
Nothing.
on?
Varian's highly medicated. We've all been talking. That's all.
Nice.
Jake was here. You missed Russ Leach. He was here at 4 a.m. his time.
Yeah.
Yeah, Russ is out.
Russ, as soon as he came out, he was all tired. I was like, damn, Russ looks tired. And then first thing he said was, I'm tired.
It's finishing off a Jim Beam 5th, and it's like, don't even open that bottle, dude. Just go to bed. Just go to bed.
Seriously.
Speaking of a bottle, I got to pop a Hennessy. Now I'm too tempted now.
Do
now
what
that I
you
got
gotta
pops
do.
here.
What you got to do.
I do want to. JD, I'm glad I got you here.
Uh-oh. What's going on?
I need to ask about planning on seeing JD in a few weeks here.
Wait a second, what?
As I was saying, I'm planning on seeing JD in a few weeks here.
You are?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That come up.
Oh, yeah.
And the thing is,
In the meat space. You're talking about in the meat space.
Right,
Yeah.
right,
In the
right.
meat space.
And the thing is, I've been to your city before, twice now.
Okay.
I think it's like a lot of large American cities. It's hustle and bustle.
No, it's the best American. No, I'm gonna joke. Go ahead.
But I need you to explain to me exactly. I need you to explain to me exactly what this street light wants me to do. Because if it wants me to do what I think it wants me to do, I'm game. I had to know is this how it's going down in New York. Here's the video, everyone. Please, if you have young children, maybe tell them not to sit next to the screen. Here's the street sign here. We're gonna go here. Here it is. Don't walk. Everyone, you can identify that as the don't walk sign, right?
I think that means stand there and look mean.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Flame on. Oh,
there you go.
Hey, banana slip.
Yeah.
That means bust a leg and break into pieces, dude.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
What's the move?
Bust a move.
Because it looks like what it's
Make sure you have your Speedo on.
Yeah. Well, I hate to break it to you. That's not a New York City streetlight.
It's not.
They're not shaped like that here.
Okay.
Mhm.
Usually the don't walk sign is a gigantic middle finger.
Right. I mean, we all like to bust a nut, but hey.
But what the fuck's wrong with you? Yeah.
No, that's not a New York City streetlight though.
I'm walking here.
Yeah, it has a loud voice that comes out screaming, "Hey, what are you doing? Get the hell back on the curb. What's wrong with you?"
Yeah.
Walking it.
Walking here.
Yeah.
Walking here. No, what they've done is they put numbers up. So now it has a countdown as to when the light is going to change. So you know how long you have to live if you don't get to that curb.
because they ain't stopping.
Yeah.
Death stands across the road. He's just counting 1, 2, 3.
That's right.
It's more of a countdown, I'm sure.
And it's usually
no, he counts up.
Does it count up?
No, it counts down, but it
counts up.
It's usually what was it? The yellow cabs. Those are the ones that'll get you.
Yeah,
Those are the ones.
That's because they start moving it too.
Yes. They don't wait. They're like they're always inchy. They always inch, and then you just take off.
I was watching Law and Order.
It's that drag racing mentality. You hit that gas pedal not when it's green, but just as it goes yellow.
Yep.
They had a whole case involving murder and the R stuff.
And cab drivers. What?
It was all surrounded. It all hinged on the medallions and how much they were worth.
Oh yeah, they're not worth shit anymore.
Yeah.
They used to be worth a lot of money.
Uber and Lyft.
Mm-hmm.
Killed that
Yeah.
market. Yeah.
Yeah, the medallion used to, because the guy was like, he's got a $74,000 medallion, and I'm like, I don't see anything around his neck. What are you talking about? And then, you know, 'cause listen, when my people hear medallions, we think jewels. Okay, we're like, yeah, let me see your jewelry, dog. Oh, wait a minute, you're talking about
used to be like liquor licenses around here.
Yeah, in the 80s, and 90s, those things were worth $250, $350. They were expensive.
Yeah,
they're very expensive. You could, at the time, you could buy 2 houses for one of those damn medallions.
Mm.
You know.
Is it because there was so much money to be made?
Yeah, dude. Cax, I've spoken to an accountant, and he told me, he said, listen, the people that people come from other countries, because it's primarily what it is. Their biggest entry point is to drive cabs. Why? Because they can make the most money. They can set their own hours. They can work, you know, as many hours as they want. You know, he says a lot of these guys are pulling out $150,000, $160,000, $170,000 a year, and they barely speak the language, and you know, some of them have hardly any schooling. But that's not the point. The point is that they can make this living, work as hard as they want to. They set their own hours, and then, you know, they make the living. But now, you know, because of Uber and Lyft, it's kind of like, it's kind of smashed that. So,
yeah. Good old Uber, good old Lyft coming through, and you know,
smashed the sunroof ceiling.
Yeah, time marches on. You know,
Lincoln Park has a big share of Lyft. They
they're all young kids though. They need to have the supplemental income.
They're older than me. Well, wait a minute. They're young kids. What am I?
Randy? I could have sworn they're like in their mid-40s.
Yeah.
They were young back when they were making that music. They're not young anymore.
Well, they still need the supplemental income now. So.
Yeah. We need.
Well, look at Ric Flair's doing insurance commercials or some shit.
Yeah. Well, the estates that are getting rich are the guys that have already passed, the ones that used to make the great music like Bowie and Prince and all of that. That's the big rage. They're the big money makers anymore. Eagles were the #1 band, money making band last year, but then nobody moved or nobody saw any concerts for 8 months. So their idea of the highest money maker was 16 mil. You know.
I don't know. Tom McDonald was throwing out some.
Yeah, he doesn't do concerts that much, does he? Does he do a lot of live events?
He hasn't been able to, but he's been like getting millions of views and selling CDs like that.
I didn't even know he existed until a couple months ago.
Yeah, well, a lot of people didn't, but he's just blowing up. You know, I mean, I've been following him for about a year. You know,
well, you're always going to have the breakouts.
I'm not even a rap fan, but dude puts it out there. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, you got to appreciate somebody who speaks like that, speaks their mind, tells everybody, isn't afraid to tell people off. You know, tell it like it is.
True. Yeah. I mean, you know, he ain't afraid to speak his truth. And, you know, that's why a lot of us are out here right now, because we're not afraid to speak the truth, or, you know, as Obi-Wan would say, our version of it.
From our certain point of view.
From our point of view.
This is true.
I mean, you think about it, everything's based on your personal experiences in your local area. You know, I mean, yeah, there's jet setters that are all over the world and they got all that. But, you know, I mean, talk about us. You know, we know the most about what's going on close to home. You know, that's our life experience. That's what we talk about.
You know, talk about what you know. Yeah.
Not me. Not me. I talk about everything
you just make wild shit up every chance you get.
Likewise. I'm with you, Varian. I'm on the far off island. I'm only communicating through like head cans and a string.
Right. It's the only way to be.
Sometimes, Jake, it sounds like it. Yeah. There you go.
It's, you know what I do? I wake up in the morning and say, let's see how I can piss off the comic industry today. I know.
Did you see that I got this, Varian?
Look at that.
Eva. Hey.
Oh.
Look, my son supposedly had backed this way back when, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a couple, about a month ago, I sent Addison a message. I was like, "Yo, did my package get like lost in the shipping container, or what happened? I never got mine." And she says, she looked through the whole thing. My son never ordered the motherfucker.
Oh,
Right? Okay, so I was like, "Fuck!" And she goes, "I have one left."
oh,
I
you
have
got her last
one left.
Ow.
I got the last one, dude. I feel so fucking lucky about that, dude. I ain't lying. I didn't think I thought I missed the boat. I was bummed, man.
I got the backpack from her.
Yeah, I mean, she sent me a couple
had
extra
to do
prints
it.
to give away
Yeah.
in the madness and shit. I mean, honest is great. You guys know that. I mean,
Yeah.
I met her through you guys. You know that.
Yeah.
But man, I mean, just for her, she told me, she goes, just pay for shipping. I'll send it to you. What? Get out of here.
Yeah.
I mean, she's so cool, man. And
Yeah, but she was shipping in from England too, wasn't she?
Yeah.
So your Great Britain, that was an expense.
Yeah, well, I mean, she just told me pay for shipping, and she sent me the book, and then she sent me prints and everything else. I was like blown away. I was like, right on.
But it's easier to get a package in from Great Britain than it is to ship one out to Great Britain. So,
Yeah, it's cheaper.
Yeah. Much cheaper. Crazy. Insane. Yeah.
I'm trying to understand why is that.
The value-added tax that they slap on it now over there. VAT.
The slap back.
That tax, yeah.
Yeah, some people actually, there was someone who deserted their comics. They were like, "Nah, I'm not paying the VAT." And they said, "Screw it." They abandoned the package. It sucks.
Yeah, and that could happen to a lot of people.
Yeah, that's dangerous.
I think it goes back to like a conversation that probably was brought up on this panel November something about having a sort of like a distribution station where you can do like bulk shipping and then sort of like distribute to different regions.
That's what
yeah, there's been a couple of campaigns that are doing that are printing in the States as well. I think Sin Killer, Marv Sin Killer is printing here in the States. Yeah. As well as over there.
Love. That book ain't getting enough love, people.
No, it's
not. Go check out the Sin Killer. Come on, man. That thing should be funded by now.
And Marv's fast asleep, I'm sure. He's over in Portugal, but that's a book that needs to be backed. Yeah.
That book needs love, man. You
the
guys
Sin Killer over on Indiegogo.
Don't get me started on the people that don't get enough backing.
Well, we were talking about marketing earlier as well, and Tyler's entrepreneurial plan and gaining an audience and doing books that way. And Sin Killer is just has popped up here in the chat as well. Jake, thanks.
57% and 18 days left.
18 days. It's what? 50 what?
57.
57, that's way low. Yeah.
Yeah,
that needs a lot of attention, folks. We'll be talking about more about that here in the next couple of weeks, I'm sure.
Don't let it hit a dry spell all the way to like the end, please.
No,
so that's, I mean, I try to talk about some of these guys almost, every day, just because, it's like, if people go look at the artwork involved with that, come on, man.
And anybody that's been following Indie Volt has seen the stuff Marv's had posted, and we run a little preview even in the Revolt book that
the Revolt book
looks really good. Yeah,
8-page preview in there, and come on, man. I'm just saying, Marv needs a little bit of love, man. He's over there in Portugal. He put his heart into the traditional work on this for a couple of years. He finally got a tablet. He got to knock out them last few pages, and he's all excited about launching his book. Show him some love, man.
Yep.
Show him some love.
And Pops, you got a CromCon coming up here this weekend? Is that this weekend?
Yes. Starting Friday night, we got the big panel. We got Publishing Pete Samedi, Don Chin from Parody Press, Frank Forte from Heavy Metal, Hart Fisher, Bill the Bull, and I think that guy might show up too.
Yeah, I told him if he got those people, I'd be there. So I'll be there.
Man. Yeah.
We'll talk Samaro Comics 4.0.
Talk a little bit about everything, man. How, the evolution of Alterna from, what Pete's done, Parody Press, where they're at now, where Don Chin's at, what Hart's trying to do, what Frank's doing. Talk about all you guys and talk about some old school stuff.
Yeah.
From the 80s and 90s when you guys were all young pups.
He's scraping the dinosaur shit off of the bottom of our shoe. Yeah.
That's what I want to get a little bit of that old school talk in for sure.
And you have a Facebook link available now in the chat for folks to go over and check that out. So
it has the whole guest list. I mean, you're talking about 40 different people. We got Global Frequency doing the Saturday night panel. I think Sim's gonna be there. I'm not sure who all they have coming out. And if you haven't seen what's going to happen Sunday night, it's just going to be crazy.
Cool.
What's happening Sunday night?
Ladies' night. Your wife, among others. Okay, we got Daphne, we got Karen Nicole, Christy Shin. Now look, just those three is crazy, right? Okay, then you're going to add Piper and Shay. Lola meets. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be fun. Ladies' night.
Is Lola going to be there?
Well, they had plans, I think, that weekend. It was kind of like, So, I mean, she was invited. Don't get me wrong. She was invited, but that's why we pulled Daphne, though. We're like, we'll get Daphne to do it. That's a rant. Oh, come on. Daphne and Christy alone is a show. Oh my God! Add all the rest of that to that. It's gonna be. I'm gonna be ducking into the backstage all night long. Trust me.
JD, you have a campaign running right now, right? Or did you just close one out? You just closed one out.
I closed one out 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago.
So you're in that spot where you're just breathing, just a little bit, ramping up for the next one.
Yeah, which will probably be next week, Monday, Tuesday.
Right around the corner.
Right around the corner, because my books are arriving from the printer tomorrow. I'll be I already have half the campaign already packed up, so that's already taken care of. And then so it's just getting in the new stuff, packing it up, get it out of here. So I'm looking to do that over the next 4 or 5 days.
That's what I was saying. I just got the where is that here? Just got Daphne's print done today.
Oh, nice.
The mischievous print to fill out the Revolt book. So all of the parts are in. You just have to send it on. Put it together, send it all on its way. And a lot of folks are going to get a little extras here and there too. So if I recognize your name, or even if I don't, I might throw in some extra books just to help, just to make the wife happy. I'm cleaning out the basement. So.
I also wanted to tell you guys, if you guys want to send,
got to make room for more books. That's what it is.
That's it.
Randy,
go ahead, Pop. Sorry.
I was going to say, if you or Lola want to send me a 30-second video spot to play during CromCon, you gotta send it to me now.
It's gonna be a bit, because I've got a few things going on, but I've been meaning to make more videos for the Aero Comics 4.0 channel, just to tell folks what's coming up in August and September. So
if you want to send me the Creators Award, or the Indie Vault Creator Award video, if you want to send me an Indie Vault video, a Liberty Distribute, anything you got, 30-second spots, I'll play them during CromCon.
Cool.
But I gotta have them,
Yeah.
But I'll hook you guys up. You know what's up.
Jake, tell folks where folks can find you.
People can find me not at this CromCon, possibly on CromCon 17. Who knows? But anyways, you can find me on Twitter at JTwister. That is with a V, not a W, because I only take L's. Or else you can just find me here on probably Thursdays at the Breakfast Buzz.
We might have you on. Yeah,
maybe.
Pops, tell folks how people can find you.
At Madness Comic on Twitter. In Comic Related Madness on Facebook. The Pops Van Zandt on Twitch. And I'm Tyler.
Whoa.
I'm coming in at the end. I just wanted to say congrats to 1,000 subs.
You are right at the tail end, Tyler. Tyler Carpenter is here from Draw and Talk. Tyler, I'll give you a couple minutes if you want to tell us how to get a hold of you.
And thanks, brother. Appreciate it.
I'm good. I'm not here to promote anything. I just wanted to come and say congrats on 1,000 subs.
Thank you.
Well, thanks. We appreciate you.
Yeah, so. It was a long, hard-fought battle. We got to 998 yesterday, and Lola was like, "That's it." I was spamming everyone on my friends list.
When did you guys meet the 4,000 hours mark as well?
Yeah.
We passed that. We're way past that.
Oh my gosh, guys! Yeah. I'll be throwing super chats.
And that's even just on YouTube. We're past that, but right now we got what 80 some thousand listening to us. Yeah, on the internet radio.
Yeah, but they can't give you that super chat money.
Yeah,
no.
The watch hours. Yeah, we're like 300 or 400 over in the watch hours. So
yeah,
or where we need to be. So yeah, it's
that's so exciting. That's not a lot of creators hit that 1,000 mark. So that's awesome.
Yeah, and hopefully it's only up from here. There's a lot of stuff happening. So I'm sure that
struggling for the subs, but the watch hours are no problem. I'm well over 2,000, but I ain't hit 400 subs yet.
Yeah, so. It takes a while. The hardest climb, they said, I think Tyler even said it one time, was getting to 500.
Yeah, passing, and then everything else is downhill.
Yeah, once you get to 500, it seems a little bit easier.
Randy, Varian, it's about time you guys are going to draw stickers so that people can send super stickers.
Yeah. Well, there's some super stickers.
Sounds like a plan.
Well, that's funny. Well, hey, Varian, Randy, I just wanted to pop in real quick and congratulate.
Thanks, Tyler. We appreciate it.
All right, Tyler. Thank you for swinging by.
We see you, Tyler. Have a good night.
We'll see you.
From Drawn Talk. Who was saying where they were from next? I'm sorry.
I'm from everywhere. Just
JD, tell us how folks can find you.
You can find me on Facebook, Twitter, DeviantArt, and all under JD Calderon. JDCONE at Twitter and all those other places. Don't mind me, I'm tired. I've had a really long day.
Everybody's had a long day. That's why we're doing kind of a low energy show today.
Exactly. Yeah. Jesus. You can find me on YouTube also on the JD Calderon. And you can also find me on the Oswald Chronicles, Tall Tales Online. You can find me all those different places. And once in a while, you can find me here with these fine folks.
Once in a while.
Once in a while, yeah, I know. But yeah, just got to quit the day job. Just be done with it.
Lola, how can folks find you? Tell us.
If you guys want to find me, go to Linktree, indie_princess, and all my links are there, including a link to lore, which is in demand on Indiegogo right now. So get it while you can. And hopefully you guys will catch me tomorrow night on Geekgasm.
Nice. Yes, that's the plan. Varian.
Mm-hmm.
And tell folks how they can find you.
I have touched the power. When all hell's breaking loose, you'll find me right in the eye of the storm. KYD_V on Twitter. Varian Grant, pretty much everyone else. Please check out indievote.com, indievoteawards.com, and ledg.us. Getting your independent comic in stores. I got a
right there.
Shit ton of books. Shit ton. Up tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. He's got a ton already in the warehouse. Now he's getting a shit ton, folks.
Yeah.
So be ready.
I'm cussing, but it's happy cussing.
It's only it's a happy problem. Now it's time to clean out that warehouse. And get some great product out there available for the retailers. So we also want to remind folks and stop me if I'm overstepping my bounds here, Varian. We also want to remind folks that if they go over to Gemini Comic Supply right now for the foreseeable future, use that coupon code when you order from Gemini Comic Supply, VOLT10, VOLT10. I saved 10%, and I'm truly grateful to Gemini Comic Supply for offering that. 10% is 10%, folks, and right now we all know doing these crowdfunding campaigns, you want to save as much money in as many directions as you possibly can on your overhead. So
I'll be placing my order soon.
And there's no better way to pack and ship them books than a Gemini mailer. That's why everybody uses them. They use them for a reason. So go over there, use that code VOLT10 and get 10% off of your order, courtesy of the fine folks over at Gemini Mailers and your friends here at Indie Volt. So,
and you know what's really cool? You can take 2 manga books and put them sideways, and they fit inside of Gemini just perfect. I shipped 2 today that way.
There we go.
Nice.
I've been because the Revolt book is so big. I've been sitting there going, can I put 5 books and the Revolt book in there and use it? Yes. Can I do 10 books? Mm-hmm. Maybe not. But, yeah.
7 maybe. 7 with the Revolt book maybe comfortably.
I'll let you know, as I'll be packing those books up probably tomorrow and shipping a bunch out, seeing who gets what. So, looking forward to it.
Forward to that. I got one of those coming.
Yeah, I don't remember using or typing out your name on one of the labels, Pops. So.
No, my son. Pretty sure that was ordered by him. I'm pretty sure we talked about that back then.
Oh yeah, we did.
I'm eagerly anticipating.
That was back before Pops had a credit card and a PayPal and all that shit.
All that wonderful stuff. And hey, folks, I'm Randy Zimmerman. You've been listening to Indie Volt's LiveWire program for the 27th of July, 2021. You can find me over at Facebook under Randy Zimmerman, on Twitter under Randy Zim. You can find Arrow Comics 4.0 on Linktree. Go over there and take a look. We have an Instagram, a Twitter, a Facebook account. In fact, we have 2 Facebook pages. There's the Arrow Comics 4.0 page and a Friends of Arrow Comics 4.0 over there for your viewing pleasure, where we'll be talking about more of the products coming out from Arrow Comics here in the upcoming months. It's a lot of stuff coming, a lot of fun. So we hope you'll join us. Plus, we are exclusive with Liberty Distribution Entertainment. So that's how you get a hold of our books, is by going to ledg.us for that. So please do. We're going to be back tomorrow night at 9 p.m., where Lola will be doing Geekgasm along with Daphne and whoever else we can corral in there, Anita and Meredith and the whole group, right? Who do we have planned for that?
Mm-hmm.
Lola is checking her schedule as we speak.
Mm-hmm.
It's a large calendar, folks. She's turning many pages.
It is. I have Jeff Weber on.
She's laughing because I'm serious. You have who?
Jeff Weber.
Jeff Weber. What does he do?
I think that's Pitter Patter.
Pitter Patter. Yeah, we had him on.
I'm not mistaken.
Cool. He was making the rounds. I think Nita was talking about him not too long ago. So.
No, that's not Pitter Patter. I don't know who that is.
Well, there's Pitter Patter. Pitter Patter's out there. Take a look. Jeff Weber. Hey, sorry, but you'll learn more about Jeff Weber tomorrow night at Geekgasm. Looking forward to it.
Need to book that one.
Need to book that one. Okay.
Yeah.
Then Thursday morning, 9 a.m., Breakfast Buzz, where we pour the coffee and try to talk comics. Then Varian, myself, and Daphne Lage are usually there, along with Daphne's parents. Then Friday, there's like nothing happening. And then Saturday, there is Pitches Be Crazy. That is kind of like a game show for campaigns, where we actually buy into the winner who's entertaining enough to advertise their campaign under a certain theme.
That's right. A lot of fun.
Pitches Be Crazy at 2:30 on Saturday. And then also Saturday night, Lola has backer shots over on her channel, where they take a shot every time there's a new person backing a campaign. So things get a little sloshy and fun, and Lola's usually hungover the next day. So make sure you go over there and check that out. And then on Sunday mornings, I do a program at 9 a.m. Eastern time. All of these times are Eastern times. They're called Sunday Funnies, well, along with Daphne and Varian sometimes when he's awake. And folks all get together and talk about the fun side of funny books. And a little bit more lighthearted, hopefully. Sometimes the conversation goes in crazy directions, but that's just how it is. That's Sunday morning at 9 a.m. And this week, I believe we're doing a Arrow special. We'll have Russ on and whoever else that we can corral from Arrow Comics to stop by and talk about their stuff. So It's going to be a fun program. Then again, we'll be back here Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. for LiveWire. We'll be a little bit more live next week. We might actually have a scheduled guest or two. Normally, we've got a full house where we barely can get a word in edgewise, but sometimes we have to do programs like this, which is cool. So we want to remind everybody that Indie Volt Radio is available over at indievolt.com. You can listen online now. There's a Streama app. There's a Google Play. You can get the app over at Google Play. If you have Alexa, you can ask her nicely to play Indie Volt Radio, and she might actually do that for you. If you can ask Samuel L. Jackson on Alexa to do it, he'll tell you, probably throw some expletives your way. He might actually go that way as well. We're not sure yet. But go over there, and whenever you're not hearing podcasts like this, there's great alternative music that's programmed by the Indie Princess herself. Let's not forget also the Indie Volt Roku channel, where you can catch all sorts of, very strange and bizarre programming.
Oh yeah, there's some indie movies on there, some indie wrestling, all types of stuff. All indie entertainment all the time.
All indie all the time, and including a few programs here that might have been a little too intense for YouTubing. So we'll see. We need to do more content like that for over there too. So someday, maybe.
Yeah.
We are always interested in your input. IndieVolt Live at indievolt.com. Please include IndieVolt Live in the subject line so that Varian can read your question on the air. And if you keep it to 90 words or less, and Varian has the time, you might actually type it up in a card for everybody to read on the air as well. So please keep those letters 90 words or less, if at all possible. But we do want to hear from you. No question is too serious. No question is too silly. No problem too big, no problem too small. We want to hear from you so that we can address your question or problem, because you're not the only one out there that's probably going through whatever you're going through, and we want to help you and educate you in any way possible that we can. So,
but be nice, or Randy will get on his soapbox.
I will. And now that we're over 1,000 subs,
like that.
Now that we're over 1,000 subs, once we start taking on super chats, I get to read them in cartoon voices. So
nice.
Looking forward to that as well. We'll see how that goes.
Yogi.
Hey, Yogi. Hey, Yogi. I can't do Boo Boo. I can do Yogi though. Hey, Boo Boo.
Anyway. Here comes Mr. Ranger, Yogi.
We're having Jake on as well. Just called it. There we go. Jake does a great. Jake does a great Boo Boo. There we go. I'm going to talk about our porn career. Anyway, until next time, folks, we wish you well. We wish you the best. We'll see you tomorrow night. And thanks so much for listening in. Any last words, Varian?
No, that's it. But to try to leave this industry a better place than you found it.
Any last words, Lola? I ask just as she's vaping.
Yeah, right. Go check out Lore on Indiegogo.
Only a couple more days left for that.
Yes.
So go check it out. It's a great book. I was backer number 1. I don't want to boast, but there it
is. That's all, folks.
That's all, folks. All right, taking us out. Everybody take care. Do please leave the industry in better shape than what you found it. Please buy independent and alternative comics, as Daphne would say, especially ours. So more news coming up in the upcoming weeks, folks. I think you're going to want to stay tuned and keep listening in. In the meantime, we appreciate each and every one of you, and we will see you soon. Any final words?
Peace.
Love y'all.
That's it.
Jake loves you all. Take care.
Yay! Think about what you've accomplished.
Do you draw the Flintstones naked? There's a market for that.
dear. It's over. Go home.